Now we would like to begin the debriefing session for the 10th Hiroshima Junior International Forum.
Through this process, I believe you learn the importance of commitment and also responsibility for the outcome.
It is you who create nuclear taboo to realize a world without nuclear weapons.
This experience will become invaluable treasures in your lives.
And also, if you are not involved in the group work, so you please try to again and again to keep your mind to give your message or opinion to your group work.
But still, I'm still very interested in how we can, proceed. Just one step, maybe, towards the peace or the abolition of the nuclear weapons.
Make this be the beginning of your lifelong commitment to peace building and hopefully your lifelong relationship with Hiroshima.
We should not forget that in the 80 years since the end of the war, the number of atomic bomb survivors has been decreasing every year. Peace education has played an integral role in passing on the stories of these atomic bomb survivors. In addition, it is important for Hiroshima Prefecture to cooperate with educational institutions to improve the English language skills of the younger generation so that they'll be able to exchange opinions on nuclear abolition with people around the world. This will enable them to tell the tragedy of Hiroshima to the world in their own words. It will also contribute to training of English-speaking successors of the atomic bomb survivors.
The role of Hiroshima for peace building. Hiroshima is a city reborn from the ashes of unimaginable loss. As the young representatives of the future, we solemnly declare this vow. After we return to our homes, we will remind our families, friends, and colleagues of the stories that we have learned and must never be forgotten. We will refuse to follow the convention of silence or turn away, and instead stand firm and speak with conviction. Addressing the fundamental economic and political structures is our ultimate commitment.
Although we are young, we have a voice. By utilizing documents such as signed petitions, we can demonstrate the masses' opinions in a clear, impactful, and safe way. These actions will not create positive peace, or in other words, peace stemming from the removal of all roots of conflict. Yet, as John F. Kennedy said in the quote, "These actions, these passions are a step towards a safer future. A future where people won't be burnt to a crisp. A future where no one lives in fear of weapons."
Also, I got a lot of different ideas about what we, the youth, need to do from other participants. I believe that this knowledge will make my opinions deeper and more solid. For the next step, I will share my opinions to others, especially young generations. I believe that this action is the best approach to create peace world.
Above all, I pledge here today never to forget the other suffering, but to learn from it continuously. And I am truly grateful that everybody else in here would find their own ways to make their voices. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all who have made this opportunity possible. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Third, I will actively use my social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram to raise awareness about the abolition of nuclear weapons and to engage more young people in the global peace movement. Fourth, as an intern at a geopolitics company where I regularly write articles, I plan to dedicate my next piece to the topic of nuclear power and its geopolitical implications.
I do not want this forum to end as a one-time experience. With continuous ties to Hiroshima, to the peers we met here, and to the facilitators who have guided us, I want to keep acting and raising my voice. Together, we can create a peace that is not fragile but sustainable.
I learned a lot of new things, and one of the most important things I learned is conflict resolution and the difference between positive peace and negative peace. Learning specific details about Hiroshima and hearing a real-life testimony was also a highlight of these 5 days. Overall, this forum was an amazing experience that I'll never forget. Thank you for everyone who facilitated this forum.
I learned for the first time that some people who visit Hiroshima believe that nuclear weapons should be retained to prevent such horrific damage and to protect the safety of the people. I was surprised, but instead of immediately rejecting the idea of nuclear deterrence, I would like to consider how I can protect the safety and find alternative methods to prevent damage.
And when we are going to achieve something as ambitious as global peace, I think we're already off to a great start through this program. And I hope that there will be many more forums in the future and that the Hiroshima prefectural government will continue to invest in us and a generation that chooses peace, because it can start with us and it can start with you.
I kindly ask you to share the charm of Hiroshima that you felt during this event with your families and friends.
I'm really glad to participate in this great forum. We'll utilize this experience to our next future to make our action to the peaceful world without nuclear weapons. That's all.
As one of my friends previously mentioned, we may be a small part of the population, but we are 100% of the future. I've learned a lot about what actions I can take, and I'm hoping to spread the message of peace and the stories of Hiroshima to all of my friends back in Malaysia.
I'm actually amazed by the indomitable human spirit that has been shown by the survivors of the atomic bomb in Hiroshima, especially the 88-year-old woman that came out and told her story. I can't still convey what I'm feeling right now, because I was just so amazed, and I wouldn't want that to happen in my country. My impressions are I'm like so glad to be here.
Great opportunities for us to learn about the peace and abolition of nuclear weapons, and I think I enjoyed a lot today, and of course the whole 5 days with the other people who came from the different backgrounds and countries.